Yeah. Hello. Da 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 da. Oh, fuck. Hello again. My name is Jeff Harden, and today I have a new presentation for you. This presentation is on information security, or InfoSec for short. So without further ado, let's begin. Nope, never mind. Where do we go to fix this? There we go. Fade. That sounds good. Okay. Hello again. My name is Jeff Harden, and today I have a new presentation for you. This presentation is on information security, or InfoSec for short. So without further ado, let's begin. So today, the topics covered will include what is information security? That's gotta fucking, you gotta be kidding me. Goddamn turd. Hello again. My name is Jeff Harden, and today I have a new presentation for you. This presentation is on information security, or InfoSec for short. So without further ado, let's begin. So today, the topics covered will include what is information security, the CIA triad, threats to information security, risk assessment, examples of information security breaches, preventative measures against breaches, characteristics of a strong information security system, benefits of having a strong information security system, and a brief conclusion to wrap everything up at the end. So let's begin. So what is information security? Information security is a set of strategies for managing the processes, tools, and policies necessary to prevent, detect, document, and counter threats to digital and non-digital information. This means establishing a set of business processes that will protect information assets regardless of how they are formatted, or whether the info is in transit, is being processed, or is at rest in storage. Strong information security is built around the CIA triad. The C stands for confidential. This means that sensitive data must only be shared with authorized parties and no one else. The I stands for integrity. This ensures that the prevention of unauthorized modification of the data. The A stands for availability. This guarantees that the data can be accessed by authorized parties when requested, where requested. Many companies employ a dedicated security group to implement and maintain the information security system of that company. This team's sole purpose is to ensure that the information security system runs without fail and minimizes vulnerabilities. Now moving on to threats and risk assessment. Threats to information systems include malware. Malware is software that is intended for to damage or disable computers and computer systems. Phishing attacks. And phishing is defrauding an online account holder of financial information by posing as a legitimate company. Social engineering is using social skills and psychological manipulation to gain access to information such as account passwords and security codes. Third-party entry is when attackers gain access to a company's information system by gaining access to a subsidiary account attached to the system and breaking in through that account. And lastly, waterholing. Waterholing is when an attacker observes the sites that a group visits frequently and then infects those sites with malware to gain access to the group's information system. And this is often done using social media sites. Risk assessment is the process through which vulnerabilities and weaknesses in information assets are assessed and protective controls are decided upon and applied to cover these vulnerabilities. Security teams perform risk assessment to attempt to prevent theft or breaches and to ensure that if there is theft or a breach, that the damage is minimal and that after the breach, the security system will be updated and modified to prevent further breaches in the system. Now I'd like to discuss some major breaches in information security systems in the last few years. So first, we have the PlayStation Network. PlayStation Network, or PSN, was hacked into in 2011. Hackers gained access to 77 million PlayStation Network accounts. In addition, the hackers gained access to around 12 million unencrypted credit and debit card numbers from these accounts. This was a major issue for Sony, who owns PlayStation. They lost millions of dollars of revenue while PlayStation Network was down for 1 month after the hack. To this day, who did the hacking remains unknown. Next, I'd like to discuss the Department of Veterans Affairs. In 2006, someone stole a laptop and external hard drive that contained sensitive information pertaining to veterans and their families. They gained access to roughly 26.5 million veterans' social security numbers, dates of birth, and various other personal information items. This incident shows that human error can be a major concern in information security systems. Just leaving the data on a laptop that was sitting around was a careless mistake that could be solved by having a more serious information security system implemented to protect the data. And lastly, Target had an incident in December of 2013 that involved hackers putting malware in some of Target's registers that allowed access to the personal information of about 110 million customers and about 40 million credit and debit card numbers. The cost of this breach monetarily was about $162 million, but the cost for the higher-ups in the corporation was significantly higher, as the CIO and the CEO of Target both resigned following this incident. And now, benefits and preventative measures. Information security systems take preventative measures to ensure that the system is up to date and is able to withstand attacks and limit damage if attacked. These measures include man traps, also known as security vestibules. These are a physical defense against someone breaking into a secure area. It consists of 2 or more doors with a small room at each door, and credentials are required to get through each door. This means that without the proper credentials, a person would be trapped in the room in between the doors. Next, encryption key management. Encryption keys are data that have been turned into unreadable cipher algorithms. So the management of this is the administration of tasks involved with protecting, storing, and backing up and organizing encryption keys in order to protect digital information. Network intrusion management. A network intrusion is often monitored by an automated system that is programmed to detect malicious activity or policy violations in the network. It's basically a digital security guard. Policies, and this is as basic as it sounds. There are policies set on passwords inside of networks in order to protect users and the sensitive information that they have access to via these passwords. Regulatory compliance is the laws that all companies must comply with and the standards that their security systems must meet in order to handle sensitive information. There are many regulations sent down by the government. These include the Sarbanes-Oxley Acts, the GLBA, the PIPEDA, and many more. And lastly, security audits. And this is where companies bring in a third-party security auditing firm to evaluate the organization's ability to maintain secure systems against a set of established criteria. There are 3 characteristics of a strong information security system. 1, they are driven by results rather than activity. 2, they earn credibility by candidly educating management about security risks and basing their security investment on realistic assessments of risk. And 3, they are committed to independent standards and measuring their departments' compliance against those standards. And now some benefits of a strong information security system. Obviously, a strong information security system provides a strengthened defense against threats to the information system. More benefits include improved credibility and trust among internal stakeholders and external vendors. Investment in security is very high if implemented correctly, because nothing is more valuable than the protection of information assets. This investment will keep current customers and stakeholders happy and encourage others to invest. It also allows for improved compliance with government regulations and standards. So in conclusion, it is quite clear nowadays that a strong information security system is vital to every company. It's every company has in order to protect invaluable data. With weak systems, companies are at great risk to have data stolen in various ways. There are many examples that show how a weak information security systems can lead to disastrous situations for companies and their clients. These systems must be developed and changed every day to meet the ever-increasing security needs of today's world of technology. This has been my presentation on information security. Thank you for listening.